May the 19th, 2026, number pound 1208. This is an extremely wonderful example of how someone took an old house that was no longer really usable, clear cut, and they created two townhome, they're not even condos, two townhomes. The black on the front is one, it's about 3,200 square feet. It's got a deck, parking for 2 or 3 cars. The back area is another townhome that's about 3,400 square feet. The front's 1.2 million, the back one's 1.3 million. So total, it's the website that they put up is 1205 Holly. We'll show you that right here again. This is solutionhousing.org, homesteading, debt-free, crime-free utopia of unocracy.org. And the entire system is the use of you using and accepting, first off, by protecting my life for most obvious reasons of my extreme value of $40 billion. Fortune1.org, we're actually worth the T number, trillions. And we're being legitimate and comprehensive and collective and cooperative sharing everything. We're giving our entire portfolio away. Proof of funds is Keith, Keith, 2022, that'll finally get the attention of Georgia Governor Brian Kemp and all the politicians when they finally start using Evote.one, real-time direct democracy. Eliminates all the election laws, it eliminates all the gerrymandering, the 51% majority, the special deals, the legislatures, the lobbyists, particularly it eliminates the underground criminal network who pay off our politicians for special deals. Most of them are criminally inspired and they hide the underground criminal network that we call the Lucifers, criminal ruling elite. And there's millions of them, which is why I went to Langley Air Force Base on September 25th, 2011 and drove away asking for safe haven protection from everyone, including Attorney General Sally Q. Yates of Atlanta. I visited her the week or two before I went to Washington, D.C., but I really went to New York City first. Then I went by Norfolk, Virginia, because Buddy Darden, retired representative, everybody loves him. He's still alive. He told me, your life is in extreme danger because you've discovered the worst of the worst of the worst criminal underground cybercrime networks, all tied to Robert D. Rose, who also faked his death. I have his death certificate, and I know most of his history, but I've never met anybody that actually met him or knew him except for Tom Haig in Lost City, Lost Wages, Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. And he's hesitant to come forward because, well, you'll have to ask him. But the problem is the fucking, and I have to use that word because I'm a minister, the fucking FBI knew this the whole time. Agent Aunt Janet and Matthew knew this way back in November of 2010, and the IRS whistleblower, February 2009, 658's worth $8 million. And even the Attorney General, Tom Shell, was the U.S. Marshal, my friend Del Spry, who was a fellow deacon at Peachtree Corners Baptist Church, all these people knew this, and my family knew that I had been kidnapped. On their orders, because they wanted my assets, and they got it. They destroyed more than $40 billion of intellectual property. On my computers, on my CDs, on my disc, on everything. And then they let all my 250, that was that many websites that were all gifted, expire. And then Brian Walker robbed me of everything else, and they just blamed it on him, who was murdered on December 9th, 2013, exact dates. It's all based on Cobb County Restraining Order 11.1.1171 that was canceled July 15, 2011, only because of my efforts, because I hired Barry Victor Reynolds and Patrick Head, the district attorney of Cobb County, to have it dismissed. Why was my home robbed? Marietta Police Department report 1.11.2506 shows that I was physically robbed, and yet everybody turned on me and reversed my own report, my police report, to create the TPO, and I was kidnapped on exactly February the 25th, 2011, held overnight on a $5,000 bond that was dismissed. My even ex-wife conspired to have me murdered earlier, a year earlier, so I divorced her. You can find most of the data, well, all the data, on all my broadcasts. YouTube.com. @ Keith Duncan Unocracy, because the New World System is unocracy.org and unocracybank.org. That's it. Everything is localized, everything is privatized, everything is decentralized. You become your own decision maker. I'm extremely bad health. I'm old, I'm 67. I got major health problems that are cropping up because I can't take care of myself and take care of you at the same time. 8.28 billion people. We're the world's greatest overseers. Has nothing to do with money or sex or control or authority. It has everything to do to making sure that you behave and you stop stealing, lying, hiding, and of course conspiring, because apparently that's the #1 focus on most of you, and you won't admit it. So Evote.one does it all at one time, where you become your own decision-making, problem-solving expert, subject matter expert, serial entrepreneurship. Changes everything about the education system, the construction, the trade, the energy, the whole thing. And remember that turnofflights.com, all this goes back to 1976, is the only way to reverse climate change. Store water one time, no, constantly. God's responsible for lifting it. The higher up the water is stored inside the mountains, the more cold water hydro turbines you have. Then we build thousands of small nuclear reactors slightly inside the mountains, produce all the electricity. Why do you think I called it turnofflights.com and Solution Safe Water? All the other systems are to create a whole world of villages and colonies around the world. No more federal governments, no more military, no more wars, no more taxes, no more anything. Everyone lives as a free will, happy camper. I love that term. Makes perfect sense. Everyone's happy helping each other, and everyone has positive net assets, no liabilities. You won't need insurance. And you'll definitely never have to worry about being invaded, either by home invaders, like I was, Miss Bashama Ralph Mounder Caraway, on exactly February 4th, 2011. How many more days must I live poverty-stricken, because nobody will go after the criminals? So we went after them with DueProcessLaw.org, which feeds directly to SolutionJudge.com, which creates SolutionManifesto.com, and of course we've always had SolutionLawEnforcement.com. And the use of the churches and the civic groups are the key to unify the world. Call me and support me. I need $1,000 per day as of today. I'm actually quite bored, and I'm hanging out at a $150 a week place in somewhere in the southeast. I'm obviously right near Atlantic Station. Call me. The service truck coming through right now.